Hi there, this is Dr. Aruna Tummala, Integrative Psychiatrist in New Berlin, Wisconsin. I have Nathan here today with me. Nathan and I have been working together since 2016, and Nathan has been gracious to talk to us today about his experience and talk to us about where he was before he started working with us and where he is now. To get this along, I'm going to be asking some questions of Nathan, and we will take it from there. So, Nathan, thank you so much for being here today. And you and I, we've been working for the last 3 years now. And I thought you are probably going to be a really good example of what we see in our practice here. So why don't you start off by telling me how things were before you came in for your first appointment with me, your diagnosis and the kinds of treatment and how long you were diagnosed for.
I started seeing a psychiatrist when I was about 15 or 16 years old. I've seen many since, all without very much help. I've been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, ADHD. One psychiatrist diagnosed me with rapid cycling bipolar disorder. I've been on multiple different antidepressants.
Yes, yeah, I remember that.
And mood stabilizers. All to no avail. It was unhelpful. And every time I got a new diagnosis, I was very excited because I thought that my problems were finally found out, discovered, and I had a path forward, and that it just never materialized because the diagnosis it had always been wrong.
Not only that, I think, no matter what the diagnosis was, the treatment would pretty much remain the same, which was trying to manipulate your neurochemistry with the newest medication or whatever the doctor thought was going to take away your problems. And you tried many different medications, from antidepressants to ADHD medications and mood stabilizers, and nothing had really helped.
No, nothing had helped. It had just my life, my world kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. My anxieties and fears kept growing deeper and wider. That more and more were added as time passed, to the point where I was unable to do pretty much anything but sit inside my house. So then I was encouraged by the therapist that I had been seeing and my physician to come see you. And I did not want to, because I did not have any luck with psychiatrists previously. I just kind of felt like I felt like a number, I guess, because it was a maximum 30-minute appointment, and they just wanted to give me some sort of medication and essentially make me go away. And I never felt listened to. I never felt, it never helped. It just never helped. It was just expensive and upsetting. So I didn't want to go through it again. So my doctor and my therapist finally did convince me to see you. And I was very pleased, because it's been a totally different world since you took the time at our initial appointment. I believe it was an hour and a half that you spent with me. You listened intently. And picked up on things that nobody else had. I've seen so many psychiatrists and so many therapists, and no one ever mentioned OCD until you.
I remember you were very shocked about it.
I was.
And you did not come back for I think for a good 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks.
Yeah, I had to think about it for a while.
Yes, and I know that you forget this point, but tell me, maybe you'll remember, because we've talked about it. What made you come back and decide that this was worth doing?
I wanted to get better. I finally realized that you were probably right. And I wanted a different life for myself.
Yeah. I think you've always been very committed to your own health and wanting to get better.
Hmm.
But what I noticed with you, which was very apparent to me, was the meditation practice that you started.
Yes.
That I believe, I mean, I really think that that made a huge difference in how you were viewing things. And you know, studies do show that regular practice of meditation creates real neuro changes the neural architecture for the better.
Yes.
And I think it did give you a sense of hope, because that was the big thing, that you had not taken any supplements, you had not done anything, but the one thing that you did take to heart was this practice of meditation, and you started the Vipassana meditation.
I did start the Vipassana meditation.
So I do, in your situation, I do credit your practice of meditation for at least creating that space for you to be open to what we set out to do after that.
I definitely agree. And also what's kind of interesting is that meditation seems to be kind of like a general form of exposure response prevention therapy.
Yes.
Which just kind of astounded me. So the meditation kind of helped me not only see things differently, but also kind of understand more deeply what the ERP was trying to do, what the goal was, and what the causal mechanism was to get me to that goal. So yes, the meditation was definitely key, and meditation is still key.
Yes.
In fact, I think that at this point in my treatment and healing, I think that is probably the biggest the biggest thing that I can do for myself to progress.
Yes, absolutely.
To keep moving forward.
Absolutely. And then what happened was that after that, you literally took off after you came back after that initial hiatus. No, you did. You were not on any medications when you had come to see me. But again, you know, we had established a clear pathway for why you developed the psychiatric problems of anxiety, OCD, and depression. And of course, you did have ADD-like symptoms, but it was not ADHD. It was coming from your brain being severely nutrient deficient, irritable, and inflamed. So that's what, and that inflammation was coming from the gut. You also had asthma and allergies. I remember right before coming to see me, the year before, you had a lot of gastrointestinal issues, and you were on antibiotics, and all of that had contributed. And I think you began to understand this mind-body connection.
Yes.
You were great with the diet, elimination diet, and with the supplements. And you also did the OCD treatment at Rogers, and you breezed through it. You know, and that's what I see with people, that you have to heal the body first to heal the mind, and you were definitely exemplary of that. And that was early 2017 is when you had improved significantly. And after that, we've been working on your life goals for the last year. All of 2018 was primarily getting you. So can you tell us what you're doing right now, what you were doing before in terms of your career and personal life, and then what's going on in that right now?
So my personal life before
your career, let's you were what?
So I had been at the same place from 1999 until just the past few months. I had been there out of fear predominantly, and then after treatment, some family things came up, and I wasn't able to pursue anything for a while because I had to focus on my family. But once we moved past that and everyone was healthy again, I was able to refocus on getting a different career, a career of my choosing instead of a career out of paralysis by fear. So I started applying different places, and I finally got a new position at a place where I'm very excited to be. There's a lot of growth potential, a lot of different opportunities, and that would not have happened. It would not have happened without you. So
I don't think so. I think it's, you were doing. I will take that. Thank you. No, but you've done all of the work here. It's very important to remember that. And and I think in every sphere of your life experience, it was the fear that was holding you back.
It was, and now I feel like I feel empowered to live a life of my choosing. I was I was stuck in a job that I didn't like. I just hated it. I really didn't enjoy it. There was no room for growth. Now that has changed. I was unable to date because of my OCD issues. I haven't dated anyone for about 8 years. Now I've been with someone for over 7 months, and it's going great. I'm able to, I'm not in school currently, but I am taking an online class to get more skills to further my career, and I'm enjoying it.
And no ADHD,
No
right?
ADHD, no ADHD.
Yes, no eczema, no
No eczema.
allergies, no asthma.
Mhm.
So healthier in body and healthier in mind.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Thank you so much, Nathan. This was really nice doing this with you.
Thank you.
Right.